computer-generated digital signatures representing physical stimuli are sent to the body. These digital stimuli elicit physiological responses from the body, one of which is a change in the conductivity of the skin called GSR. These fluctuations in skin conductivity are measured and sent back to the computer for analysis and interpretation. The hand cradle chip takes conductivity readings from the skin and converts the analog readings to a digital form, which is sent to the computer for analysis. Galvanic skin response, or GSR, is an established technology that measures fluctuations in electrical conductivity of the skin as the body responds to various stimuli. One application of GSR that many people are familiar with is lie detector testing. Coherence is a state where two or more things exist without conflict. By tracking multiple inputs, Zyto technology can calculate shifts in coherence as the body responds to each digital signature. Signatures that create greater coherence than the baseline are given a positive score, and signatures creating less coherence than the baseline are given a negative score. The data received from the hand cradle is plotted and analyzed for coherence. Each response is given a positive or negative score called a deviation ratio, or DR. After analyzing the data from the hand cradle, the computer displays the data in an easy-to-read graphical interface. The data shows the body's responses ranked in order of priority. Results are optimized and time is used more efficiently by focusing on the body's priorities.
Hello YouTube, just wanted to go through some things. Found out this virtual clinic, how this works, thanks to my buddy in England. Just connects to the net, verifies application, makes sure that I'm not some little stalker. And this is my clinic's virtual ID. And as long as you have the hand cradle, you can of course hook up to that in your living room or wherever you choose to be, airport, hotel. A lot of people have summer homes that I see. The summer homes usually here. I shouldn't say that. The winter homes are away from here. And that would necessitate, having a hand cradle of your own and that convenient testing. Anyways, I want to, go through my libraries. I don't know if you've seen Zytos or not. I think I've shown it. I showed some libraries a long time ago. I was edited as a woman for some reason. Probably because I was testing a woman. Alright. That Entropy Health is an old name that I had. I'll just try to keep on ticking in on there. I can show you guys things. So I don't think I've sold one supplement off of this machine. I've sold them for other people, but what I like to do is run frequencies on people. And if you go to Zyto's list, it's kind of how I started off with the frequencies. You have frequency-specific modulation and frequencies. Frequencies has basically 1 to 1,000, and then common frequencies, which I think there's one at 20, somewhere around 20 million. So 20 megahertz. There's one at 11 megahertz. Like I say that because those are ones I can't run with my PFG or pulse plasma or any device that I have. And I started thinking, well, what kind of rates are these? And I was told that they were direct contact. Direct contact, 1 to 1,000. You can feel that whole range real well. And, on into about 10, 15, 20,000, you can feel it. And then it's dropping off, quite a bit after, 2,000 or so. So anyways, I'll go back to my private library because that was it for frequencies. That's it, it's fairly limited. And then the idea where I had the PP LED 7 watt pulsed LED from Pulse Technologies goes up to 200,000 hertz and 1/8 or 1/10 hertz graduation, so it's real nice. And I've been able to find things on people, different pain rates. Say taking a frequency from Delaware Radionics, then those are, you know, very specialized, individualized frequencies for. Here's one of those lists. The heart. This is a Delaware list, and these are 50 or 60-year-old frequencies. They seem to coincide so well with what people seem to be dealing with. I don't know if these are the frequencies that Zyto and Asira use, but here they're labeled. Because in the end of the day, it's sending a frequency through you and getting a response. You know, where do those frequencies come from? It might be right there. The hormone rates from like the CAFL, or like you might need a silver book, they're lacking compared to this Delaware list. Delaware list has, I mean, not everything, but everything. You know, it's really close to about it all. So, and again, these are all pulsed LED, pulsed technologies stuff. We have on-demand frequencies. There's 420 of those. I think there's supposed to be 436, but down here there's like 2.10s and 3.11s. So I wasn't interested in getting, you know, those little differences, and I don't know how effective those real low ones are. Sure, they have their place, like everything else. And then you see I've got rodent coil stuff. Some of these rodent coils I built, I plugged them into the PFG and I was running frequencies with them, and they come up, I mean, really strong. If I had a list to compare to the OnDemand or something, I think I could get stronger results. Definitely than the OnDemand. I don't know if it would be stronger than like the pulse plasma. But when you have, when I have like Pulse Technologies versus the OnDemand had one waveform, and well, these have about 50. So these are all P3 Pro lists. I ran the P3 Pro frequency from the guy right there. This is doing a ramping wave. It's pretty diffused out through there, and I can modify it. Usually drop the offset on it to like a -4 or so, and you can run just a very fine line. But these ramp down frequencies seem to affect me more. Anyways, back to this stuff. Well, some of these are like CAFL lists. Some of them are calculated list, or 2 of them are calculated lists that I did myself. Like this bruises. This is CAFL. It was like 10,000, 110 hertz, and 91 hertz, and I ran it into the advanced high frequency calculator just to see what multiples of it would be like at, you know, times 10 or times 2, or, you know, a frequency doubled, you know, 4 times. But that's the base frequency, 110 and 91. There's 10,000 in there, but that's for everything, so I completely discounted it. Of course, there's a lot of nasty, you know, frequencies for the nasties in there. This stuff isn't proven to treat any of this, although I don't know if I can say that. Well, it's not legitimate. It's not listed as a cure by the FDA. Put it that way. Yeah, so you have PPLED, OnDemand, P3 Pro, and rodent coil stuff. The rodent coil is really small, maybe not even worth mentioning. But some of these things I have in collections, like the P3 Pro list. I think this is all of the P3 Pro ones that I have, besides maybe the few CAFL frequencies. anyway, you can see there's 801 P3 Pro frequencies in there. That's 800 more than the person you're going to has in their computer. But again, it's, I don't know how worthwhile it is unless you're into making homeopathics, and then it would still work with that. And what I think that I do is extremely far away from homeopathics. This is galvanic skin response. There's a frequency output, and it measures the response to that frequency based on skin conductance, and it's just not homeopathic at all. And something that's a pulse plasma up to 50 or up to 60,000 watt per pulse is it's so far beyond homeopathic. Homeopathic, by definition, is supposed to subtle energy fields to stimulate the electromagnetic parameters of the body. So it's below electromagnetic, where this stuff is either direct electricity or various forms of pulsed light. And plasma can work up to 50 feet away, and it can do, I don't know how many, at least 2, probably 6 or 8, or I would say, I'd be comfortable treating 4 people at the same time, as long as they have the same conditions. And there's a sign up here if you want to do morning sessions, and if you have chronic fatigue, then you sign up under that list. If it's for the candida, it's a different list. And when I fill one of those up, then I can give people really cheap treatments. As if you were going to lunch or something, it would be that cheap, $15 or something like that. It would be real low. As long as there's enough people to justify my normal cost, then yeah, bring a friend, bring a couple friends. And I almost forgot about supplements, because people love supplements. This is from a local health food store that I contract through, and the important thing about this list is that it's not, the big criticism of Zyto is that it's all multi-level marketing. It's all supplement companies that aren't available to the normal person. So to dispute that, you have Solaray, 60 or 70 supplements there. Twin Labs, definitely not, doctor's only brand. Now there's almost 300 Now supplements in here, and I bet Now would make even more than that. Nature's Purest, Nature's Way, Kylia, Kyolic is, all this stuff is definitely available to anyone. So where you buy it, or me selling it, isn't, it's not important, because I can't control where you're going to buy stuff from. And times are tough, and you have to buy it where you can buy it from for the best price, I guess. I think freshness is some concern. I like ordering stuff in the wintertime, and fall and early spring, because it's nice, and your stuff's not going to spoil on the way out. So anyways, I've got an exact figure for you. Warren supplements, all of them. I got 1,099 there in total. Yeah, there's about 30 fish oils from Carlson's or something. There's a whole lot there. Nordic Naturals. And yeah, those are just like my private libraries, and running a stress assessment and finding out different microorganisms, metal organs, spine and hormones, doing acupuncture points to further assess organs, maybe running a full spectrum of chemical and pesticide frequencies for people to see what comes up. On the stress side, marking all those, and then running supplements and or frequencies, or both. as a remedy. Obviously, I think frequencies are a lot cheaper than supplements, and I think they can turn people around faster. But it depends on how much you're going to come in, and supplements have their advantage as well. Anyways, if you want to get a treatment, just send me an email at jordandejonge@hotmail.com. That's JORDANDEJONGE@hotmail. I'll put a link down at the bottom of the video. I've had people see my videos, and then they talk to a doctor about it, and then the doctor watches my videos, and then the doctor tries to emulate what I do, but these lists take a long time to put in there, and I don't think anyone's going to go through the hassle. And I'm staying with a LSA Pro 4.0, which you could say is outdated. You wouldn't be wrong, but I can't share these lists with anyone because of that, which is good too, because like I said, it took a lot of work, a lot of hours. I put new frequencies in all the time. I put 300 in yesterday on med frequencies that I ran with the P3 Pro. But yeah, just email me if you want a session, and talk to Zyto if you need a hand cradle.